When the Marcos Mantis debuted in 1971, many people could hardly believe what they were seeing. Was this really the bold new chapter for a brand known for lightweight, raw two-seaters? Instead of admiration, there was confusion and even ridicule. Some said it looked like a patient abandoned halfway through cosmetic surgery, and yet the Mantis was meant to conquer new markets, attract fresh customers, and elevate the company to a higher league. The opposite happened. The experiment cost Marcos its reputation, its financial stability, and the trust of loyal enthusiasts. The Marcos brand, founded by Jem Marsh and Frank Costin, had built its name on lightweight sports cars. The Mantis became its first large four-seat coupe capable of carrying 4 adults in genuine comfort. It arrived at a time when the British car industry was struggling and foreign competition was growing stronger. The design is credited to Dennis Adams, though much of the original sharpness was lost in the transition to production. Its wedge-shaped body, bulging headlights, and heavy pillars created a look that some considered futuristic, while others found simply awkward. Under the bonnet sat a straight-six engine with a capacity of 2.5 liters. Early plans involved a Ford unit, while production cars commonly used Triumph mechanicals, with around 150 horsepower pushing a car weighing just over 1,000 kilograms. The figures appeared respectable. The Mantis could reach 60 miles per hour in roughly 8.5 seconds and continue to a top speed of just over 200 kilometers per hour. On paper, it seemed genuinely promising. In reality, however, the driving experience told a different story. The Mantis had a tendency toward oversteer and could feel unpredictable at higher speeds. Its tubular space frame and fiberglass body did not deliver the refinement buyers expected from a grand tourer. Build quality was also inconsistent. Interior components were known to loosen during spirited driving. At a time of fuel crisis, relatively high consumption combined with a price of more than £3,000 discouraged many potential customers. The result was stark. Only 32 examples were produced. For Marcos, this was a financial blow that contributed to serious difficulties and eventual restructuring. Instead of opening doors to international markets, the Mantis became a symbol of overambition. What was intended to transform the company into a refined grand touring manufacturer instead marked one of the most turbulent chapters in its history. Alongside the road car, Marcos also developed the racing variant known as the Marcos Mantis XP. Far more extreme in concept, it initially featured a mid-mounted Formula One V8 engine, and later a 3.5-liter Buick V8. The car was intended to compete in the 24-hour race at Le Mans, but technical problems during its appearance at Spa prevented those ambitions from becoming reality. Today, the Marcos Mantis divides opinion. Some view it as a styling misstep. Others see it as a brave British attempt to challenge exotic four-seat grand tourers, such as the Lamborghini Espada. Regardless of perspective, the Mantis remains one of the rarest and most controversial British cars of its era, a story of ambition that reached beyond the limits of a small but remarkably characterful manufacturer.